10:30.
Whoa.
He was shot several times and died at the scene. Any
DOA.
information?
DOA.
Call out.
In the middle of the street near Leslie Boulevard.
In the middle of the street, though?
The victim was identified as an inspired rapper, 22 years old.
You dumped the body in the middle of the street. What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Nas. Get back bring video. The biggest three. Keep P. What's good, YouTube, man? How y'all come on beautiful day? How y'all doing, Ski? Not on every video. You can see we're starting to do smash the like button, smash the button, follow me on Instagram, hurry, touch the main channel, top of my screen. Look at the description. Now I know how y'all in this video. Nah, though, bro. Since y'all always say I talk too fast, y'all can't understand what I'm saying. Music too loud. So I'm gonna talk slow and loud. You feel me? Nah, though, folks, before I get started, I'm gonna do a special like button, smash the button, share this video to y'all friends and family. I'm your Noski. Comment down below who is you. Nah, I'm Charlie. Let's get to the video. Don't get you no cap, though. Buck your seatbelt because y'all know the family TV videos be crazy.
Overnight, a man was shot and killed in McKeesport. Officers found the victim in a vehicle on Palm Green Avenue around 10:30.
Whoa.
He was shot several times and died at the scene. Any
DOA.
information?
DOA.
Call Allegheny County.
Dead on arrival.
This morning, we're learning that 17-year-old Damon Artemis is facing several charges after police say he shot and killed 20.
Oh, so they already got who did it.
When police arrived, they found a woman dead, shot multiple times inside a home. Police say a man was also inside, suffering
He
from
got
what
shot
appears
too?
to be a gunshot wound.
Dang.
That person was taken to the hospital. Police tell us as of right now his condition is stable.
Say a
That's
team
good.
planned a targeted attack on a witness scheduled to testify in his homicide case.
What?
According to court documents,
You target him?
17-year-old Damon
I mean,
Artemis is accused of setting up a shooting in Duquesne, leaving
And he set it up.
23-year-old Nija Hill dead and her boyfriend hurt on October 4th.
Fam, in this video, we're talking about one of Pennsylvania's youngest and deadliest defendants. A teenager who, according to investigators, is responsible for 3 murders in just 7 months. And one of those murders,
3
happened while
murders.
he was already locked
You
up
killed
on
3
another
people in 7
Now
months?
here's where things get even crazier. In the earlier murder case, prosecutors say he tried to kill the key witness. But instead, the people involved end up killing the key witness' baby mother. He was also shot, but somehow he publicly went to the news saying he was set to testify and that he believed his baby mother wasn't the intended target, but somehow still didn't disclose his name, which is crazy. Nonetheless, within the last 24 hours, everything broke open again after new DNA evidence linked this teen to a third murder.
And they got
One
new
that actually
evidence.
happened
Is
months
he
before
cooked
he
yet?
even got arrested. Today, we're gonna go over his full story, check out where he's from, laying out every incident in chronological order, paying respects to the victims, and trying to understand what was the motive.
Let's
What
see.
was
Buck
the
your
team
seatbelt check.
to this level
Buckle.
of violence. But before we go over this one, I want you guys to remember, I don't give you no angle. I just give you the story. So with that being said, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe.
I ain't gonna lie, bro. Shout out to
Jump
Family
right to
TV,
it.
man.
Today we're going to McKeesport, PA.
W videos.
McKeesport is a small city in Allegheny County,
Pennsylvania.
about 12 miles southeast of Pittsburgh. At one
Oh,
point in time,
Pittsburgh.
McKeesport was one of the biggest steel-producing cities in Pennsylvania. At its peak in the 1940s and the 1950s, the population was over 55,000. After the steel industry collapsed, McKeesport lost tens of thousands of jobs and people. Today, the population is around 17,000, and the city has been fighting economic
17,000?
decline.
That is
McKeesport
terrible.
has been considered one of the more violent small cities in western PA.
That is terrible,
Per
bro.
capita, homicide and shooting rates are higher than the state average. Police have said gang activity, drug markets, and retaliation cycle drive a lot of the violence. Despite that, McKeesport is tight-knit. Families have lived there for generations, and everybody know everybody. Some of the most referenced sections include downtown McKeesport, 10th Ward, Highland Grove, Harrison Village, which is public housing heavily talked about in news reports, and Grandview, just to name a few. It's saying that the poverty rate is above 25%, yet and still, it's a lot of good.
That's bad.
It's a lot of bad. Today we gotta highlight some of the bad, this time by a teenager. May 2nd, 2024, it was Thursday. A man identified as Brandon Dean was driving his vehicle as a ride-share driver. At around 10:25, he picked up 3 unidentified passengers from an abandoned home on Palm Green.
Abandoned home?
Minutes later, neighbors heard gunshots.
Pick up some homeless,
He was
man?
found shot in the head, neck, and forearm. At the scene, police recovered a hat. Months later, that hat became the key. Yet and still at that point, police had no suspects publicly named. Fast forward 4 months later, September of 2024, a body was found dumped in the middle of the street near Leslie Boulevard.
In the middle of the street, though?
The victim was identified as an inspired rapper, 22 years old, Dylan Sue.
You dumped the body in the
Here's why I
middle
need
of
you
the
to pay
street.
attention, fam, because the person who was the driver had became an informant. but witnesses say they heard gunshots.
So the driver snitched.
A red Infinity sedan speeding off. Evidence tied Desmond Artemis, now 17, to the homicide. He was arrested and held in Allegheny County Jail. That was the first major charge against him. And to give context, according to the criminal complaint, a witness who was in the vehicle told police that Artemis wanted to buy drugs off Sula. And the witness told police that when Sula got into the car, the witness heard a gunshot. May Sula rest in peace and love condolences to his family.
That's crazy, bro.
If you live
y'all dumped the body in the middle of the street and like didn't care? Like, do y'all care about getting caught or what?
Well, guys, good morning to you. This morning, we're learning that 17-year-old Damon Artemis is facing several charges. Police say he shot and killed 22-year-old Dylan Sala. Now, this whole situation started yesterday morning around 11.
So he killed. Is he the one that killed multiple people?
To Lyle Boulevard in McKeesport. When first responders got on scene, they found Sala shot in the road. According to court documents, surveillance video was found showing a red Kia dumping a body on the street and then driving away. A witness who was driving the red Kia at the time allegedly told police Artemis wanted to buy drugs off of Sala. Sala got into the car and the witness said he heard a gunshot and then Artemis told him to drive. Court documents say Artemis denies having any involvement with the shooting, but right now he is here at the Allegheny County Jail. His bail was denied and he will have a preliminary hearing later on this month. For now, reporting live in downtown Pittsburgh, Ava Rash, Pittsburgh's Action News 4.
But then a month later, while incarcerated, October 4th, 2024, according to authorities, the teenager attempted to kill a witness while incarcerated.
Attempted?
Or
did he?
Murder. Investigators say he made jail calls, arranging a hit on a key witness who was supposed to
Oh, he set somebody up to go do it from jail.
The person he used as the trigger man in the free world was John Perry, 18 years old, and Naja Hill, who was 23 years old and ended up losing her life, who ended up being the baby mother of the informant. According to court documents, police have responded to a double shooting on the 1000 block of Orchard Park Avenue. Once there, investigators found Hill dead and her boyfriend shot.
Wow.
The man was later taken to the hospital. There, he told investigators he believed someone was targeting him because he was set to testify. Court documents stated that the man was set to testify in October that week in a homicide case against Armitage. At that time, investigators determined someone entered the home through an unlocked window and fired multiple shots at the victim. The man said the only person who had been over there to their home the day before was Perry, and Perry was dating the man's sister.
Gunshot wounds, and police say they're now working to find the shooter, who they believe is still out there. Investigators tell us they were called around 2:45 to the 1000 block of Orchard Park Drive in Duquesne. When police arrived, they found a woman dead, shot multiple times inside a home. Police say a man was also inside, suffering from what appears to be a gunshot wound. That person was taken to the hospital. Police tell us as of right now, his condition is stable.
That's good.
As for a possible suspect, investigators say they did not find a weapon on scene, and they have reason to believe that the shooter is still out there.
The story we have is somebody entered the residence, went upstairs and shot both the male and the female.
Was they asleep?
So we're still attempting to locate and identify a suspect.
The identity of the woman has not yet been released. This is still very much an active investigation. We'll be sure to keep you updated right here and online on WTAE.com.
At that point, investigators searched the Allegheny County Jail inmate phone system and found multiple calls made between the teenager starting in September. Investigators said during numerous phone calls, Art and Perry talked about Art homicide case, and Art believed the man was an informant for investigators. During one specific call on September 23rd, Perry said he would pretend to stay close to the man and go to his home and leave a window unlocked while he was sleeping. In another call, Art said he does not care who puts the ticket in, but that the explosive is dead. Art went on to say after the win, they should celebrate with taco shells, referring to shell casings. Investigators said Perry's phone was at the crime scene when the shooting happened. According to court documents, Perry is charged with homicide and conspiracy. Art is charged with homicide, attempt homicide, and conspiracy charges.
Cook? What?
A McKeesport teenager already in jail for a September homicide is now accused of helping to carry out a deadly shooting in Duquesne, all from jail. KDK's Chillicothe Adele breaks down the new
this world, bro.
This noon.
This was Orchard Park Avenue in Duquesne in early October. Police said a 23-year-old woman was pronounced dead after being shot in her home. The other person
Like,
shot
it
there,
hurt, huh?
the
Like-
woman's boyfriend. He told detectives he believes someone targeted him because he had to testify against 17-year-old Damon Artemis of McKeesport. Police say that Artemis conspired with 18-year-old John Perry to break into that home and shoot both of them. Criminal complaints show data collected by investigators. They concluded that Perry and Artemis talked on the phone multiple times before the shooting. One line even read that Artemis thought the man Perry shot was a police informant. The criminal complaint says detectives tracked Perry's phone. They determined it was in the area of the crime scene in Duquesne where that October shooting happened. Artemis and Perry are both
So he
facing
murdered
charges of
somebody
criminal
and attempted
conspiracy
to
and
murder.
criminal
I mean,
homicide,
set up a
among
murder.
others. Artemis is also charged with homicide and firearm violations in a September killing of a 22-year-old. That happened in McKeesport. I'm Chillicothe Adele, KDK TV News.
Now, we have also learned that Artemis was arrested in the spring for attempted homicide. Police say he shot a group of teenagers in McKeesport in April.
Shot a
One
group
was
of
hit in the leg
teenagers?
and told investigators the shooting was over an ex-girlfriend.
Now at that point, it was later confirmed via social media for those who didn't know the victim personally. The female victim was a mom of 4, leaving those babies without their mother.
That is
Around
sad,
now,
bro.
Both teenagers locked up, Art and Perry. A year later, Art DNA will come up with the very first murder that we talked about earlier in 2024 in May with the ride-share driver, 39 years old, leaving this teenager at 17 years old, being allegedly responsible, according to authorities, for 3 bodies in the span of 7 months.
3
Now, fam, as we
bodies.
wrap this video up, I do want to say once again, rest in peace to
R.I.P.,
Brandon Davis,
bro,
39 years
like,
old, a working
seriously.
man providing ride shares.
70-year-old
family.
killed
Dylan
3
Sula,
people,
22
bro.
years old, a young adult, life cut short. Naja Hill, 23, a mother of 4, killed while simply living her life because of her baby father's decision. But this was the story of a life getting cut short before it even started that caused the lives of 3 and damaged many more. Families destroyed, a teenager life spiraling out of control before he even became an adult, and the system trying to make sense of how someone that young could leave this much damage behind. Fam, let me know how you guys feel about this one in the comments.
I ain't gonna lie,
Don't
bro.
forget to like and subscribe.
If I made this for any video, comment on SKI, ski word on top, now we do it. Now you're right.